Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video, and in today's video, diving into PKA level 60 to 100. Now, these clips that you guys seeing here are from level 60 to level 79. However, both these teams will actually work for up to level 99. So that was the first team. Those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Now, the team's very similar. It's just like two different variations. We are using Kinemon Dendro as our captain, and then we're bringing a friend, Momonosuke. Now, I will do some other stuff later down the line with like no Momo friend captains and all that shenaniganry. But for now, this content honestly is a bit of a headache, and utilizing Momo as a friend captain definitely helps out a whole great deal. But on stage 3, you come up against Chopper. He has 2 turns of resilience. That will eventually turn into 3 turns of resilience, and eventually he will give you a full board of block orbs. The free-to-play Brook is exceptional here because he's a slasher. He removes the threshold, and with any Luffy support, you can get additional damage taken, so it's just a very easy kill here. Now, as you guys are noticing, every time you tap with a quick unit, you get a Wano Orb thanks to Kinemon Dendro. It works exceptionally well here because that way you don't have to worry about the block orbs and all that other shenaniganry. On stage 4 against Luffy, you get 4 turns of attack down eventually, so very, very annoying stuff. And he puts up 3 turns of defense up, which becomes like 5 turns of defense up. Again, very annoying stuff. He also gives you an attack down if you're below a certain chain multiplier. So this is where the new Momonosuke comes into play. Now, as long as you have 4 slashes, Momo will be a 3-turn chain boundary, as well as removing the defense up. We're utilizing the free-to-play Uta on this team. She's going to give us chain boost, as well as remove the attack down. And then after level 80, there's special bind there too. So that's why I have the Donji and Jiao on this team as well, so you can get around that. On the final stage against Brook, he puts up eventually 5 turns of threshold if you're looking at level 99. He has a 1-turn Wano Orb barrier. He gives you 5 turns of attack down to everyone except for your captain. And he doesn't let you use attack boost. There's like an interrupt if you use an attack boosting special. Eventually, there'll be an intimidation for a chain boost, and there's a whole bunch of Nazi stuff. So, yeah, it's very, very annoying. Also, you'll also get binded on your captains, so that's why I have this particular Roger on the team as well. He's great because he's a slasher, and with Brook, with Momo himself, Roger, and then with Kinemon Dendro, you have the 4 slashes, and that sort of satisfies the conditions for Momo. You can then use the super class of Momo. He gives you a very, very small attack boost, but look, at the end of the day, at least it's something. And I believe if you have an attack boost and then you override it, it doesn't trigger the interrupt. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but look, I do believe that's what they're going for here. But this particular team, it works quite nicely. We have a bunch of boosted characters on the team. However, we don't have any guaranteed drops because all the guaranteed units don't work with the new Momo. But there you guys go. That was the first team. It works exceptionally well. However, you can do something like this and run something similar, but just a little bit different at the same time. So that's the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Now, the Hio and the Pedro support are definitely not essential for this particular team. I've just put it on there just to maximize damage output for the final stage if you guys don't have as much investment as myself. Utilizing the Pedro and the Hio support means that you can get around the attack down on stage 4 and then use the Robin special on the final stage. However, you can just use Robin on stage 4 and that's going to work nicely. Chuck something like Jinbei support to lock orbs and you're just going to be absolutely hunky-dory. However, just tapping with a quick unit with Kinemon Dendro means that you are going to get enough Wano Orbs to get around all these nasty shenanigans. On the final stage, eventually you will need 4 Wano Orbs, so that's going to be a bit of a headache, but look, I think we're going to be able to build some stuff around that. Once again, we're using Brook to take down stage 3 against Chopper. It works great. You have Wano Orbs, so that way you don't have to worry about the block orbs. You can tap through your side characters to get rid of them, and that way you can move on stage 4 against Luffy, which will eventually put up special bind. He has defense up, and he gives you attack down, plus an attack down within a certain chain boundary. Now, this is where the Uta and Luffy comes into play. They're going to rotate your orbs into recovery, which means you're going to get 6 Wano Orbs here thanks to Kinemon Dendro, turning recovery orbs into Wano Orbs. Then, like I said, if you need to get around the attack down, if you don't have those supports, just use the Robin special hit there, and then you can use the Momo special. We have 4 slashes, Roger, once again, Brook, Kinemon Dendro, and Momo. That means we can actually get the 3-turn chain boundary, and that way we can sort of just tap through Luffy's HP. Remember, tapping with a quick unit means you're going to keep the Wano Orbs. It's a very easy, very, very easy kill here, and you can move on to the final stage. On the final stage, there's Threshold, so the double special activation of Brook comes in absolute clutch here. There's also bind on your captains. You get attack down on everyone except for your captain. That also goes up to 12. It's like after level 100, this is going to be such a headache. It's going to be so freaking annoying. But we have Robin to get around the attack down here, so we can do a lot of damage with everyone. However, your captain doesn't have the attack down. So you can just tap with your captain and just rely on a whole bunch of damage output. And look, I imagine we'll probably be able to do some stuff with like Gear 5 Luffy and his rush shenanigans, and that's just going to work like an absolute treat. Also, every orb is going to be doing less damage, so you really want to have 1 orbs in this final stage. That's sort of like another big thing for this final boss fight. As you can see, it's like a new debuff in the top right-hand corner, and then obviously Momo gives you us a whole bunch of new stuff. But that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down there, belt like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later!